Hello. Welcome back to a live stream on Joey and Josh. You are very warmly welcome back to the channel. Joey, it has been a while since we've done this, and I know that you're doing something right now, so don't worry, you don't have to reply. Crack on with what you're doing. But it's been a while since these guys have seen our faces, and they've missed you. They say that you've got a wonderful colour t-shirt on and that it suits your eyes and complements you very well.
I shouldn't be wearing... I don't mind red for true crime.
Okay.
I will wear red on holiday.
Yes.
For true crime.
Yes.
And obviously, because I'm from London and it's the done thing, obviously I've worn red every time Arsenal have won the Champions League just to, like, you know, show...
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Just to show my respect.
They often do it. So
every time they win that Champions League, I wear red. So do you know what I mean? Yeah. You
must be wearing it very, very often. You really must. Right, I'm going to do a few shout outs here because there are some people that are in the stream right now that we need to give some love to. So give me a second, Joey, and I'm going to run through these people. Hello to channel members Vicky, Josh Roberts, Jinzo, Jack Reed and Cody Barker, and hello to everyone else watching both on YouTube and on TikTok. Now, if you aren't following us on TikTok, what the hell are you doing?
What are you doing with yourself?
You will have missed some Jay Slater content, which, if I do say so myself, Joey, seems to be doing very well on TikTok.
Oh, apparently we just, like, literally just keep bringing it up. There's no reason. No one's interested anymore.
Someone's been looking at the comments.
Yeah. Someone's been reading the comments. Yeah. It's really weird because, you know, when someone says, like, oh, like, no one's interested, no one's listening anymore. It's like, you do realise you've commented that on a video that has 1.2 million views. Yeah. I'm just checking. I'm just checking you understand that the video you've commented that on has 1.2 million views. And by the way, the reason we're speaking about Jay Slater at the moment is because there is obviously an inquest going on that we're going to speak about in this this episode to an extent. But why don't you give them a bit of an exclusive for us?
Was that an exclusive on the next video?
Sorry. Well, the members
know about this because we talked about it, actually, to be fair. So let's just fucking do it. Let's just do the reveal. I mean, the video coming out this week is going to be from the clips in which Joey is talking about on TikTok. We are going to be releasing a second part to the Jay Slater case. Now, this video, Joey, I was rewatching it today. I don't think you and I have fallen out as much as we did on this video.
We did argue quite a lot on this video, didn't we?
We actually did. I'm watching it back today, and I was just a bit like, oh god, it got a bit fruity, it got a bit intense in that, didn't it? Do you know what I mean? So the next video that we're going to be doing, right, is talking all about the inquest into the Jay Slater case, which, to be fair, mate, is ongoing, isn't it?
Do you know the rule of YouTube, by the way?
Gone.
So if you so much as, like, disagree, say, for example, I said, like, I like Italian food, and you went, I like lasagna, and I said, I like spaghetti bolognese, that qualifies for you to put in caps lock heated debate in the title.
But heated debate. Not only does it mean heated debate, it also means if there's any disagreement at all, then we have fallen out. And do you remember you once did a video in April, I think it was, maybe even last year, where I hadn't featured on the channel very often on the Joey Knight podcast. Best guest on the podcast? Joey Knight.
Easily Josh Veste.
Joey Knight. And you said that we'd had a massive falling out, and a lot of people believed you.
Do you remember when you cheated on me with George Benson?
I do that all the time, so it's not
really there you go.
It's a regular affair, to be fair. Regular affair. So that's going to be.
I want to know how you've been, because I think the viewers at home watching and the channel members, they want to know, how is the big dog? How's the new haircut treating you? Are you getting stopped in the street? Is it sort of harassment levels? Do you know how women in the 90s and the late 80s now felt when they walked past a building site? Say, for example, you walk past I don't know, a predominantly female business, a hairdresser's, something like that. Everyone's wolf whistling you, stuff like that. Is that the kind of vibe? Is that how your life's going since this new haircut?
It's just getting intense. And do you know what it is, Joey? Is ever since I went into that barber's and I said I want the Joey Knight, my life has changed. Do you know, like the whole trajectory of my life has changed. I had a geezer the other day just come up to me in the middle of a street, gave me a business card, and you might be thinking drug dealer. Fair enough, right? I understand your thinking, but no, it was a modeling
Well, you'll
agency.
use business cards.
Yeah. It was actually a modeling agency, Joey, and they just said the first thing they said was just beautiful haircut, and I just said to them, look, you know, I know this guy, Joey. I'm very, you know, I'm very lucky to say that I call him a friend. And he just said to me, just go into the barbershop, just say to them skin fade. And I didn't actually know what the word skin fade meant. Do you know what I mean? Skin-fade, one word. I didn't know what it meant. And so I just said to the barber, can you explain and give me the rundown of how this works? And he just said, honestly, mate, once you do that, you never go black. You never go black. You never go back.
Yeah.
You literally never go back. That's it. Once you've had the skin fade, that's it.
Yeah, it is pretty much in line with that. Now, I am kind of late to the party, even though I've been here for the stream. I'm getting in to the chat now. So good to see so many members that are back in the chat for this video. Really appreciative, I should say, of that. Should we read out a few of the chats that are coming in right now? Lindsay Gillespie.
Yep.
Yes, finally caught some of the lives for once. Good to see you guys. Looking forward to the new Jay Slater video coming up. Yeah, we're really looking forward to it. MUFC Harrison, who is also a member of the channel, a Man United fan clearly, but we will not hold it against him. Was it a tougher fight than Most Wanted? Do you mean my last fight? Or are you talking about something else, about me and Josh having a fight? If you mean my last fight against Andy House, then of course it was a tougher fight. I just fought a 5-time world kickboxing champion.
And to answer your question, if it wasn't that, then no, it wouldn't have been a tougher fight. Most Wanted is a lot better puncher than I am.
You would smash Most Wanted.
Ryan Evans has just said that it will be out on Sunday, the Jay Slater video. Now, let's just set this straight, Joey. It's not going to be out on Sunday, but I'll tell you one thing. There'll be another video out on Sunday.
Double upload week.
Double upload, baby.
For it. I am absolutely buzzing for that. Double upload week. It's going to be the bollocks, mate. It's going to be the absolute bollocks. So we have got, we've already basically told everyone, we've got Jay Slater. That's going up to possibly tonight for members.
For
am I right?
members, hopefully tonight. Yeah. So basically, what I've got to do is work my arse off tonight to try and get it live. So that's the plan.
Yeah. And then obviously for the general public tomorrow, let's call it around 5 o'clock. I'd imagine that one will be going up. Really interesting. Like obviously, if you're thinking, oh well, you know, we're covering old ground here, you're just going to say the same things as before. You're absolutely fucking right. Now, I'm joking. We're not. What has obviously happened is there has now been an inquest into the death. So any death that has, I wouldn't even say suspicious circumstances, but maybe unfactual circumstances, unexplained circumstances. So, you know, say, for example, if someone was found, I don't know, dead at home or something like that, you would probably have a autopsy and an inquest into things to see what had happened. Did they have a heart attack? Did they this or that? So an inquest isn't that uncommon. However, this inquest into such a high profile case is something that is giving us a lot of answers to questions we originally had. So the spoiler alert, because a lot of these guys watch the TikToks and that's, they've seen little clips, bits and pieces. By the way, it's a drop in the ocean what we put out on TikTok in comparison to the actual video. So make sure you're locked in for the actual video. But one of the things that has come out, which I can give you a quick little spoiler for, is the legitimacy. Is that the word, Josh? Is that a word?
That is absolutely a word.
Brilliant. Don't ask me to spell it.
You're including, mate. Honestly, your vocabulary has just gone up a million times since.
Oh, mate, it's growing and growing and growing. But the legitimacy of the Snapchat messages where Jay was speaking about stealing a watch, that has been legitimized. That has been confirmed that they were sent from Jay's phone. Begs the question: was it Jay that sent them? So yeah, there's a few sort of revelations that have come from the inquest that we discuss, and it's, you know, I would say there's probably 4 or 5 different things that have come out of the inquest that I'm really or I was really excited to discuss with you. And yeah, I say, like, it is one for not for once, because I think sometimes we do have different perceptions on things, and especially on these true crime cases, but this is one that we really do have quite different standpoints on.
Oh my god, massively.
And I think am I what's the word? Am I jumping to a conclusion here to say that it might be down to life experiences?
Oh, massively so. Massively so.
I am jumping to a conclusion. No.
As in, I totally agree. I think we've had completely different lives in terms of the way, like, basically, I think mainly just our adolescence. I think we look at this in a very different way. I suppose my general sentiment on it is, and I think this is one of my biggest flaws, actually, is that I don't have a lot of sympathy for people that get, like, pissed up. You know, on a night out, you got that friend that gets really pissed up, makes a fool out of themselves, looks like an idiot, gets in a fight, is sick, etc. Right?
That was one night. I don't know why you keep going on about it.
You keep doing it. That's the kind of... I have no sympathy for people like that, because basically I kind of live my life by the code of self-reliance. And what I mean by that is I look after myself. Do you know, if I get in trouble, I've only got myself to blame. Do you see what I mean? Like, I kind of live by that rhetoric. Like, whereas in this case, there's an argument to say that, you know, he obviously wasn't looking after himself, took copious amounts of substances, and ended up in the situation that he ended up in. Do you know what I mean? But I think you look at it in a very different way, in that you see the other circumstances around the case, and you see, I don't know, moments that are not quite right, things that are not right around the case and around his own life, and that sort of paints your picture of the events.
Yeah, and also, I don't want to assume that I have any more than yourself, but I can speak from my own personal standpoint in terms of, like, everyone involved, Jay, Brad, Lucy, Aya, Brocky, all these people involved. Yeah, you might have to swap their names and faces, but I've dealt with all these people. Do you know what I mean? And I still am surrounded by a lot of these people. Like, and I'm not on about them specifically. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not specifically on about them, but
I mean, like, you do spend a lot of time in Tenerife.
I spend a lot of time in Tenerife. I've spent way more time. Think about it this way, and this is a mad thing. This was Jay's first holiday, wasn't it?
Yep.
Which means first time in Tenerife. So every single place that Jay went to, I've spent 200 times the amount of hours in them gaffs. Do you know what I mean? Like, that Snapchat that was taken, the last final Snapchat, sat the front of Jumping Jacks on Veronica's on Veronica's strip on the street. Like, I know it all. Do you know what I mean? So I know the place, I know the area, and I know there can be some dodgy dealings out there. So it was a case that hit home to myself. But I'm really excited about all the cases that we've been covering. And obviously, you guys in the chat right now, you've been doing such a good job in letting us know what cases you want to see covered. Quite a few of those now. We're starting to tick off of the list. A lot of the videos that we've got coming up have come from recommendations. And obviously, we said that this is a double upload week, didn't we? We've actually got filmed now, I believe, 3 unuploaded episodes,
including the J one, yeah.
And we're recording a 4th this week. So
that just shows you we've got content ready to go. And you know what? All of them are really good videos, and all of them are very different, aren't they?
They are very different. And you know what the best thing about them is? They're obviously a mixture of, like, you know, old true crime cases, predominantly UK based and stuff like that. But then there's a few sort of more relevancy cases. So, say, for example, the new evidence, the Christian Bruckner case, you know, we covered that and we made sure we pushed that to the front of the queue to get it out. We did the same with the Jay Slater one. Even in the meantime, while we've got these other ones that are kind of historical true crime cases that you guys are loving, even in the meantime, something newsworthy comes out, we'll cover that and we'll push that to the front of the queue. So that's what we intend to do. That's what we try to do. And yeah, I think the main thing for us is trying to keep the subscribers and the members of the channel happy, because that's first and foremost for us at the minute, isn't it?
Literally that. And you know what? Like, I think let's just make it clear, because I think a lot of members are asking now. The Jay Slater video will go up tonight for members, and it will go live just for members this evening, and then obviously it will go live for everyone else on Wednesday evening. Now,
it's not all the members get today, is it?
No, it's not. Go on, tell us what else they're going to get, Joey.
Well, we will be live until, I would say, I'd say another 20 minutes or so for the public live stream. After that, at 10 to 7, we cut off. But we do not cut off completely. We only cut off to go live exclusively to the members. And what that means is that you're going to be able to interact with us a whole lot more. We do really try and keep an eye on the chat, but you've got to remember, with being live on Snapchat and no, what's it?
TikTok.
We don't do Snapchat, do we? TikTok. We do TikTok.
I was gonna say, if you want to do Snapchat, Joey, reactivate your account. I'm sure you've got a lot of pictures saved in there. Do you know what I mean?
I don't want to do Snapchat. I don't want to do Snapchat. You know, like as a 30-year-old, yeah, like I can't say to something, it's a good job I've got multiple streams, yeah, multiple revenue streams, because, like, you know, if it was only TikTok, like, I can't turn around and someone goes to me, what do you do then? I can't go TikTok.
I'm a TikToker. Yeah. It's you and Bevo together.
TikTok. And they're just thinking, well, you eat food or something, do you? Yeah. And it's like, no.
Is that a content strand you've considered?
No, I just gossip about true crime.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that stream. As Joe says, in those member streams, if you want to join and become a member of Joe and Josh right now, it's very, very simple. There's a link below in the description. You can click on that. It's very easy to join. If you do that, obviously you get access to their videos early. You get the live streams and lots more bonus content. So we actually do a monthly Q&A on there as well. So it's super easy to join. And before you do, Joey, on these live streams, your name will pop up as you become a member, and that is where we give you an ultimate shout out. But yeah, sorry, go on, Joey. Go ahead.
Can I read out a comment suggestion from a non-member? It's the ZLMB. I said, I think you should do the Otto Warmbear case. Well, he hasn't said case. I think you should do Otto Warmbear. You'd smash it. I'm probably butchering the surname, by the way, but do you have any idea who that is?
No, I don't. And maybe it is the pronunciation, but no, I've never heard of that.
So, I have told you this a few times before, but I'm going to tell you again because there'll be new viewers in the stream right now, and they wouldn't have heard this before. But basically, I didn't listen much at school and got kicked out, and then I went to college and I got expelled from college, and yeah, I wasn't academic at all, right? But what I found was, once I got past the age of like 25, 26, I started developing fascinations for certain things, yeah? And I'm on about like the Big Bang, the Great Freeze, dinosaurs, you know, stuff like that. Like certain little factual things that now I know that they tried to teach me at school, but I was never interested. But then I would I still do, I'll lie in bed at night and I will learn about history, and I'll learn about cultures and different events on Earth and stuff like that. So, say for example, interesting one for you that you may or may not know. You know when the pyramids were built? Yeah,
I do. Sorry, I do.
Sorry. When the pyramids were built, do you know that pretty much every dinosaur was still about at that time?
What was it? To 4000 BC? I don't think that's true.
This is fact.
4,000 BC is 6,000 years ago. There were no dinosaurs 6,000 years ago. That's incorrect.
Josh, dinosaurs were around when the pyramids were built.
Okay, prove it.
Oh, hold on 2 seconds. I'll just grab my time traveling machine. Fucking prove it.
What's your evidence? Yeah, but you can't just say that. You can't just say that and then not have any proof.
Okay, right, fine. We'll Google it right now.
Okay, we're Googling it. Okay, sorry. I thought you had the evidence to hand.
Was around when pyramids
were built.
Anyway, I'm going to come back to the Otto Warmbier thing in a minute.
Because you've gone on to how are you bringing that back to Otto? The answer is no, isn't it, Joey? Yeah.
I read something saying that there was a former dinosaur that was still about. There was Titan Boa. That was it.
Here's a fun fact for you, Joey. You know the Diplodocus.
Yep.
The Diplodocus is closer in time to when the T-Rex was around, but the T-Rex is like 40 million years ago or something ridiculous. I saw a stat about that recently. That's mad. But anyway, yeah. Sorry. Come on, then. Bring this back to Otto. How are we bringing it back to Otto?
Okay. So my thing now is I lie in bed at night. I try and get sleep. Then I can't get sleep, and then I start reading about Hitler and about dictators and about Stalin and North Korea and stuff like that. And basically, I became slightly obsessed with North Korea. And Otto Warmbier was an American student that went to North Korea that was accused and found guilty in North Korea. Bearing in mind, we have to be sensitive what we say about North Korea. And at the same time, according to North Korea, you would imagine that the pyramids were built by Kim Jong-un. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, let's take everything that North Korea say with a little pinch of salt. However, they accused him and found him guilty of stealing a poster, right? And there was actually some CCTV evidence to back it up, right? Anyway, then he was held almost a prisoner of the country until they did some sort of trade-off, got him back somehow. When he was flown back, he was in a vegetative state. And he was obviously had no underlying health conditions when he went out there. By the way, yeah, I know I'm getting it in the chat. I'm an idiot. That's why I wasn't that good in school, and that's why I believe that.
But what I love about it is you have a passion for this subject, so it's fine. We all make mistakes in that.
So anyway, this Otto Warmbier was sent back from North Korea. The Americans accused foul play, and basically the North Koreans said that no, it whatever happened, and yeah, some really interesting stuff on it. I actually lean towards the side that maybe he wasn't tortured and stuff like that by North Korea, like a lot of people think he was, because of some sort of scientific evidence that I've seen on it to do with, like, you know, the preservation of the body and things like that. It looks like it was well looked after. So yeah, I don't know.
Do you have any going back to the pyramids for a second? Do you have any theories about how they were made?
Pyramids?
Yeah.
With technology?
Do you think there was a sort of a more advanced civilization that enabled them to create the pyramids?
More advanced than what we believe, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Mate, honestly, like, there's no one's telling me that humans built the pyramids. I'm also not saying. I'm also not necessarily saying that aliens built the pyramids. I'm just saying that there is technology, I believe, that helped build the pyramids, and I believe that the stories that we read and stuff like that. But yeah, long story short, all the stuff they tried to teach me in school, a lot of it I now learn off my own accord.
Isn't that funny how it all comes around full circle? Like when you're a teenager, when you're a kid, you think you're the smartest guy in the room, and you think, oh, I'm too good to learn these sort of things, and I find it boring. And now, when you get older, all you want to do is pick up the books and learn a bit more about it. It is weird how it comes back around. It is really weird.
Yeah. Someone's asked, how would Joey deal with the riots in LA? Well, I don't know much about the riots in LA. What are they? What are they? to do with?
All I know is that it's in relation to a governor there, apparently, and that I mean it's significant sort of citywide riots.
Oh shit!
The weirdest part of it, mate, is that they're shooting journalists with rubber bullets, which is not a good thing.
You've been shot with a rubber bullet.
That's not cool. No, but I've been shot with a paintball.
Rubber bullet, not that much different.
Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
More painful though? Surely more painful. Rubber bullet.
Not that much difference, man. Not that much difference, man.
Yeah. Were you that guy that went in the paintball that just ran towards people, didn't give a fuck?
No, I did one course out of, I think there was 4 for the day.
Yeah.
And got kicked out. And because it was ages away, I had to sit there for about 4 hours. This is before iPhones. This was BlackBerry. I did have a BlackBerry. I had to just sit there on BBM for like 4 hours whilst everyone finished because I didn't drive a car at the time. I was like 16. But I got kicked out of the paintball thing because the paintball guns that they gave us were like, they were kind of like, I don't know whether metal would be the word, but like a strong plastic. And I pistol whipped someone.
You're joking.
Being deadly serious.
You're joking.
Deadly serious.
No, you're not.
I believe I'm being deadly serious. I'm not lying. I won't lie to you.
You pistol whip someone.
Yeah. So I believe it was called like, and people can tell me whether this is a paintball place. It's up the motorway, like towards like, I don't know, it's up the M25 somewhere from me. But I feel like it was called Nova Forcer or
Delta Force?
Delta Force. That's what it was called.
In like Hatfield. Well, it wasn't in Hatfield. I know. I think I've been to that centre.
You go on the M25 to get there.
Yeah. Well, I had to go south and you had to go north.
So Delta Force, yeah. Basically, I'm walking along, right? And Delta Force, when you're walking to the, like, I think there's these courses that you go through and whatever. Done one, found it fun, got shot a few times, shot a few people, all good, no problems. You're mixing with multiple groups. So there was like 8 of us, but there was like, I don't know, like 30, 40 people per thing and whatever. And there's these 2 knobheads in front of me. And the Delta Force thing, the walkway where no one's shooting, like you're not in gunfire thing, the walkway is next to a farm, yeah? Mate, I swear to God, you would have done the same thing as me. This fella in front of me has shot a cow with a paintball gun.
You're making this up, Joey. You're making this up. This is not true.
Josh,
don't Jay Cartwright me.
On my life. The fella in front of me has shot a cow with a paintball gun, and I got the end of my gun and just went bang round the back of his head.
So wait a second. You know the gun, yeah? The gun has like the gas canister on the back, and then it has the gun part at the front, and then it has the hopper on top. What part of the gun did you hit him with?
You see the clicky bit there?
Yeah.
Can you see my hand? Hold it.
No, I can see it. Yeah.
See the clicky bit here?
Yeah.
You see this here?
Yeah.
That.
The gas canister.
Yeah.
The gas canister is not made of plastic, Joey. That's probably steel.
Yeah, probably. Fucking hell, I've hit people over the head worse.
You did not pistol. What happened? Did you get sent to prison or something?
No, I just got kicked out of Delta Force.
That's assault. It's assault.
I think what he did to the cow was assault.
Yeah. Eye for an eye is what they always say. Eye for an eye. Fair enough.
There you go. I've hit people over the head with worse.
When I came out of Delta Force, it's very funny. Maybe I had a similar experience to you. But I was coming out of Delta Force, and the one thing that you don't want to see when you go into Delta Force, Joey, is an ambulance. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
The one thing you don't want to see. Anyway, ambulance is parked up. There's a couple of geezers carrying someone out, sort of walking, but carrying them at the same time. And they look white as a sheep. They look really unwell. The geezer walks past me, and he seems fine. He's got shot a few times, but he's all right. Anyway, as he's walked past me, I turn around and look back at him. He's getting into the ambulance. Someone had shot him point blank on the neck, and it had broken the skin, and he was like profusely bleeding out of it. Like it was bad.
Can I be honest with you?
Go on.
You don't need an ambulance for that. That's a pseudo cream and plaster job.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Did I call an
He's
ambulance
harder
when I
than
done
you,
that?
Joey. Move your arm towards your face. Move your arm towards your face. Towards. I couldn't see it. I can't see it.
It's not on there anymore.
Oh,
Justice for the cow. People have written. Yeah, I wonder whether that cow's still alive. I wonder what the lifespan is. I think this is about 20.
No,
2009.
cows can live. I think that cow will be around, and he's plotting his revenge. Even
Joshua Loftus with the super chat. Thank you very much, bro. Really appreciate that. Pistol whip has killed me. Big up the boys. Big up Joshua. Yeah. Cows' lives matter. Yep.
Can I just say as well, Joey, because Joshua Loftus will sympathise with this, because I know that he's a big Chelsea fan. I've just got to tell you the breaking news. Don't know if you've seen this.
Mannion's off.
Mannion's been off all day, and Gittins is off as of about 10 minutes ago as well.
Not bothered.
Fair enough.
Not bothered.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll leave it at that, because I know not everyone here is a Chelsea fan, but I just wanted to get your reaction, and I absolutely got that.
Yeah.
Who is coming next on Joey and Josh with a little pussycat emoji?
Oh. What's that? What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
So someone else has asked. Connor Coleman said, any more Maddie McCann videos coming on the new search? Obviously, we don't know any details of the new search. We know that there was what do you call it? Not like another word for materials. There was items taken away for forensic investigation. So yeah, when we hear more about that, I'm sure that we will be covering it extensively. Listen, there are certain cases for us that are cases that we cover and then I just forget about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to be completely honest.
What's one example of that?
An example of a case that we've covered and then I've just kind of immediately forgot about. Claudia Lawrence, maybe?
Fair enough.
Feel bad, but, you know, yeah. But, like,
well, that
there's cases that do proper hit home with me, and it's like Madeleine McCann one, yeah, 100%. Jay Slater one, yeah, 100%. Obviously, it wasn't a huge hit from the channel, but the Ariel Castro case, the man that kept eventually 4 females prisoner in his house, that one, the House of Horrors, that one was such a good case, well, not good, you know, but by true crime standards.
Interesting case to discuss. Yeah, I really want to do. I would one day love to do a follow up to Omar Benguer. I'd love to do.
Do you know what I think that we could do so easily?
Come.
Right. Do you remember the documentary we watched?
Yep.
Remember the sort of prominent figure that was sort of talking for Omar was his sister?
Yep.
We could get her easy.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah.
Easy.
She'd love to talk to us.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're bringing a lot of attention to the case.
Spread the message. So yeah, we could get her on. We could talk about. We should probably do that, you know, because what I want to do is I want to grill her a little bit and just say, look, listen, we're all in the circle of trust here because I believe that your brother is innocent.
Yeah,
but I do have some questions for you about your brother.
What would you first want to ask her?
Was he a little bit stabby
in his life before he got arrested?
Yeah. I mean, that was proven in a court. Yep. A judge said that he could see him one day going on to kill someone. Yep. That was said, quote. You know. Yep. So I want to know about the life and times of Omar Benguer. I want to know her, you know, things they didn't cover in the case. So say, for example, when her brother sat in prison and then this other woman, I think it was Heather Barnett, her name was killed in the next road. Did you immediately think, hold on, this could be who killed Okshin? Or did it take you a little while to, do you know what I mean? I'd just love to sit down and talk with her. So I think that's something that people would enjoy. I think we should get on the case for that. Vince McMahon, So Jack Reed has asked a comment. Jack Reed, who is a member, by the way, has commented, will you be doing Rigby anytime soon? Who does he mean by Rigby?
That is Fusilier Lee Rigby, Joey, I believe.
Oh.
A man that was attacked in broad daylight,
by
innocent man.
Michael Adebolajo and Michael Adebowale, 28 and 24 respectively at the time of the murder.
23, but yes, those two. Yeah.
Walking down Edmonton Street.
That is the street outside the barracks in.
Outside of the Woolwich Barracks.
Yep. The Woolwich Barracks.
Would you say about 3 to 10 p.m.?
I would, and I would say he was probably hit by that vehicle that they were both driving in at about 30 to 40
Between 30 to 40 miles an hour. Yeah. I think we'll cover that one soon. We'll cover that one soon.
Yeah. And maybe if you stick around to the members live stream, Jack, you might hear a little bit more about that.
There you go. Now, speaking of members, Reese CFC, £10 super chat. Thank you very much, bro. We really appreciate that. First live here, loving the content as I'm 32 and can relate to a lot of things. Really enjoying your content. Have a beer on me, guys. Thank you so much, Reese. Really appreciate that, mate. Really appreciate that. I love it when people. I was stopped. I went to Epsom and got stopped about 10 times earlier, but I was stopped by someone earlier. Fuck, what was the fella's name? I should give him a shout out because he'll be watching now. Oh, what was his name? Zaid. Zane or Zaid? Zane or Zaid? I believe Zaid. If he's watching, Zaid, shout out. Stopped me in Epsom earlier and shook my hand and said, mate, your true crime stuff's unreal. He said, I'm watching all of it and whatever. And I was like, oh, nice. And it's like, it's mad now because, as I say, we've had this conversation on stream before, but I'm getting stopped a lot now about the true crime stuff. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I can't believe it because I've had a couple of people come up to me at Chelsea and that, and I expect that because obviously you're a very well-known channel in the Chelsea space. But now it is. You're right. It's all true crime. It's crazy. It really is. Now there's a few people asking a few cases here that I do think we should very briefly discuss before we do go on to the next member stream. Would we do a show on Vince McMahon? I'm open to that, but I feel like the Netflix documentary has kind of done it. I don't know. What do you think?
I didn't watch the Netflix documentary.
No, it is good.
If I was going to cover, I'd rather cover Chris Benoit, to be honest.
Yeah, but Chris Benoit's kind of weaved into that story. Yeah, I think Chris Benoit would be a better video. It's going to
end up being another long one. Like, yeah. So
Frankie's saying Defo didn't forget about the Swedish twins. That still haunts me. And do you know what, Joey? I don't know if you know this. The Swedish twins was our second video that we ever made. That's on 43,000 views.
No way, is it actually?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's on 43,000 views now.
That's good.
And I have to be honest, mate. In terms of a story that I find the most fascinating, that is the one that we've done so far.
Yep.
And I think for good reason. I mean, that's why we covered it straight away.
I've got someone asking me a lot if I remember someone called George Petridis. I do remember George Petridis. He was in my my special needs class at school. George Petridis, and he was best mates with another George, but I can't remember the other George's surname, but I think he was a window fitter. There you go. Yeah, Chris Benoit one would be a good one. Do you guys know the Owen Hart story? Obviously, I know the Owen Hart story. Do you know about that?
You'll have to tell me about that one.
Owen Hart was just a wrestler. He was Bret the Hitman Hart's brother, and he did a wrestling stunt which had been performed by my favorite wrestler of all time, Shawn Michaels.
Yep.
Which wasn't even a wrestling stunt; it was a ring entrance stunt. And basically, in doing so, there was logistical errors, and he fell from height and passed away.
Oh shit! Wow.
Fucking
my
hell.
God, Vicky, you are insane. You are so crazy. Thank you so much. That is a £50 donation. Joey
Vicky.
Knight, have you ever got a £50 donation in your entire life?
Oh my God, Vicky, send us a private Instagram message or something, and I'm going to look out for Vicky Ings, or if you've got a different handle, let us know, because we'd love to show our appreciation. But thank you so much. We really appreciate that. Stuff like that goes so much further than most people would actually realize, because it's like we started off, and even now, like, you know, I'm not saying it like all that much different, but we started off well, let's be honest, Josh. We started off with this channel kind of losing money month in, month out, didn't we?
Consistently, yeah.
And
For a long time.
Consistently and considerably in terms of the amount. And then you know, we started to break even and stuff like that. And obviously the membership schemes help massively. So to have a £50 super chat's absolutely ridiculous. We're so grateful for that, Vicky. On
Vicky,
behalf
you can ask whatever you want now. Remember this, Vicky. Even if we're not in a members live stream, if you do a super chat, you can ask us anything you want. So much like the Pandog has said below this, if you want to ask us anything, we'll do it right now, and we'll do it publicly. Do you know what I mean? Just ask us a question. You don't need to do another super chat now. Just ask us something, Vicky, and we will come straight back to you.
Right,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna give an exclusive here for Gemma Eddington.
Okay.
It might be Edgington or Eddington. Basically, it's something that we've had asked a lot of times on the channel, right? And a lot of times we have had the Raoul Moat case asked to be covered. And it's a case that I love, by the way. I love that case in terms of really getting my teeth into it and exploring it and everything like that. But Raoul Moat was a man from Northumbria, Newcastle sort of way, a little bit higher up, I think, maybe. And obviously he went on a shooting spree, resulting in one direct death and then another death in the years that followed. But there's obviously a friend of ours from that neck of the woods that we really want to get on the channel to do that video with. So yeah, we're holding off, but me and you need to get a date sorted to do that.
We can do that whenever we want.
We just need to do September.
Yeah, we just need to book the trains or whatever. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that soon.
Another super chat, Ethan Dillard. Thank you very much, bro. Saw Joey Box in Nashville last year. Love you both. Thank you very much, mate. I really appreciate that.
Guys, we are so lucky to have you. Like, I don't think we can underestimate this, right? When we created this channel, we had no idea whether it was going to be successful. We're two normal guys chatting shit about basically whatever we love talking about and find fascinating. And I do find, and I know I'm speaking on Joey's behalf here, but I do find I have to pinch myself sometimes about how many of you have joined the channel and how much positivity and love that we receive on a daily basis, and we really appreciate it. We very rarely get any negativity. There's so much love on this channel from
we're in a field where it would be so easy to put negativity towards us, because I do understand we are talking about sensitive subjects in a lot of cases. We are talking about murders, killings, things like that, and there are going to be people that we always put disclaimers in our videos, and we always make sure that in terms of order wise, we'll speak about the victim, and we'll always try and be as sincere as we can in that sort of I don't know, in that sort of structure. But at the same time, I do understand that we're in an industry where our words can upset people, and I'm really glad that it's seeming to be interpreted the way that we want it to be. So that's something 100%. I'm really happy about.
And I'm just reading not only the love that we're getting on YouTube, there's a lot of love coming in on TikTok as well. So if you are watching on TikTok and you haven't followed us yet on YouTube, go and follow us right now.
Yes.
If you subscribe now, your name will come up on this live stream. So if you aren't yet subscribed on YouTube, please definitely do so. But yeah, we've got a lot of people sending a lot of love, saying they love our content and that we're very polite, Joey.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, I don't know about that in real life, but no, Vicky Ings, I've just seen. I haven't seen the message because I'm reading the. You lot can see what I'm doing. I'm just reading the chat as we go along. But I will come off here after, and I'll do that. Now, Josh, I've got 45% battery left on my camera,
Perfect.
but what don't I have?
You don't have any time.
I've got, mate. I've got all the time in the world for you lot and the members.
You don't have a sense of direction.
Pubes? No, I'm joking. No, no. I don't have a charging cable.
Okay.
So once the 45% goes, it goes.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And we started on 75%.
I think if that's not a better time than any to say this, then I will say the following. Right. What we're going to do now is we're going to stop this public live stream. We're going to cease operations on TikTok for the time being. Joey and I will be back on TikTok very soon. So we are going to continue the loving on the members only live stream that will commence as soon as this one is finished. So,
and just quickly, guys, I know that there are a lot of you, just before you explain, Josh, how to become a member, if they are wanting to, I know there are a lot of you guys that I can see with your diamonds, your bronzes, your silvers, and your news by the names. And obviously, a lot of your messages are coming in. The chat's got quite a lot coming into it. Plus, as well, we've got hundreds of messages coming in through TikTok. In the members only exclusive live stream, which will be live for you to click on within a matter of minutes, basically, not even minutes, probably about 100 seconds, right after this one goes down, we will make sure we're really attentive to the chat and answer as much as we possibly can in there. But it doesn't only get you access to that chat, it also will get you the Jay Slater video tonight. It also gets you videos usually up to 48 hours. We've had some up to 72 hours, by the way, before. And because we are now starting to stockpile a few videos, it could get you even more. You could have a video a week before it even gets dropped, to be honest, being a member. So yeah, it's definitely well worth doing. How do they do it, Josh?
All you have to do, if you're on YouTube right now, there is actually a button directly below this video that says join. If you can't see that, there is a link in the description that literally says become a channel member. Click that link. It will take you straight to do it on YouTube. As I say, it's $4.99. It's really, really easy to do it. And Harry has just proved
done it.
how easy it is to become a member of the Hardcore. So yes, you get loads of perks. And obviously, as Joey says, you can come straight into this live stream as well, which will be massive. We've had people commenting before we go, Joey, on TikTok, saying they didn't even know we had a YouTube. So that's a big
Click
error.
Click the link below our picture on TikTok. Take you straight to the YouTube.
Literally that. Right. So everyone, we will see you next for the members section. Just a reminder, because I know a lot of people are joining now, there will be a video going live for the public tomorrow, and that will be the Jay Slater video. So strap yourselves in. It's a big, big episode. Let us know what you think of it in the comments. And if you haven't seen the TikToks yet, go and check out the TikToks. And one last thing, Joey, because I know you'll want to cover this as well. If you are not yet a member of the Reddit, just search r/Joey and Josh. There are over 100 members in that Reddit right now, and they are the people that are recommending some of the cases that we should cover next, and you can talk with each other there. So definitely go and check that out.
And guess what? If you are a member in that live stream, we are going to reveal to you guys exactly what the next video after the Jay Slater one is going to be.
Exactly that. Right. So we're going to end the stream now. I will see you all very soon.